Hello, this is Ryan King, and I will be discussing the application of unconventional approach for beginner trumpet players. In these videos, I'm going to be making one really simple point. That is a process that covers the sound production needs for beginner trumpet players. One quick warning here, this will not be the normal approach to teaching beginners. I'm going to be doing something completely different here. Normally, students are first taught the traits of a textbook trumpet embouchure. Then, as they start to produce their first sounds, they're corrected according to what needs to get fixed with the embouchure. A normal cause and result relationship is good trumpet playing happens as a result of a good embouchure. Now, what if we flip the cause and the result here? The embouchure will start to shape up, the airstream will be doing what it needs to do as a result of a good sound. The approach I'm taking here is putting the cause and result in the opposite order, which is why some of this information may seem almost the opposite of what you are used to. There are a few basic steps we do here to set up the embouchure, such as saying M and placing the mouthpiece. And although there's often an assumption this would result in a sloppy process, that has not been the case in my experience. How does the embouchure form if we aren't directly causing it to happen? As students imitate sound, they are learning to pronounce what they hear. Through pronunciation of sound, the embouchure starts to shape up as a result of this. Some would be very skeptical of this approach and may say, sure, this would work for more advanced players, but not beginners, right? Students have performed very complex motor skill actions throughout their life. When learning how to talk, hearing sound is what guided pronunciation. There's an invisible system at work here that guides the process, and that's the subconscious mind. Students have already used their subconscious mind for guiding motor skill actions throughout their life, and in this sense, they aren't beginners to this process at all. Sound production is normally a frustrating process for beginners. This is all about making it easier. By letting students imitate and eventually learn how to pronounce sound, this really simplifies the process for beginners. If we have to cause too much to happen in order for good trumpet playing to occur, this really complicates the process for beginners. By simplifying, all a beginner has to do is imitate and produce a beautiful sound. The approach I'm taking here isn't widely accepted because many would say that you have to thoroughly set up the embouchure in order for it to work. This is why I wanted to create this channel, so you could see me working with real students and test subjects. Please keep in mind, most of these students are 10 to 14 years old. You will see imperfections on my end and their end too. The point is to show how a resonant sound hatches when students begin with this process. The vehicle I will be using to teach sound production to beginners is imitation on the lead pipe. In my experience, if this is the first tube beginners learn to produce a sound on, the sound quality is consistently resonant when it forms on the trumpet. I hope you find this beneficial. Thank you for watching.